think there should be dedicated staff to manage processes and process improvement.
Absolutely.
And why so?
Well, like what I said with the lessons learned, you need a central team that can really take it and then implement the lessons learned. Otherwise, it's out on a website or wherever, SharePoint or P8 or wherever,
Yeah.
it's just sitting there.
It's just another document on a drive.
Yeah.
Somebody who
Process
has,
owner,
yeah.
because if you don't have the process owner, then you don't have anybody to do those checkpoint measurements, to your point, because if you're
That's it.
not doing that, then the process goes
There's no
amok.
accountability.
I mean, you
It
gotta
goes
have,
away.
the
Stays
process owner also
fixed.
is the
That's right.
compliance enforcer.
So the first thing that I've learned after doing this for 20+ years is clearly they should have some business process. And often it doesn't get asked early enough if you've got them documented as SOPs.
Okay.
And I personally have gone through very detailed walkthroughs of their processes and created Visio flows with note charts, and I get to the end and they say, well, we already had all that. You've done a lot of hard work and we like it, but we've done it. So I think the first thing is, do you already have some that are current? And if so, can I see those to start with as opposed to creating them from scratch? Secondly, I would say, even though they have them, they're probably not detailed enough, but it's a good place marker to start with.
So process documentation, a review of current process documentation would be a place to start. If
But-
if there is
If there
any.
is,
Otherwise, that's
yeah.
probably where you need to start.
Well, I think the other piece of it is to observe, to see if it is being followed.
Yeah.
I think that's like the number one thing is you've
Yeah.
got this great documentation as far as how the process should be, and if it's followed, everything comes out great. But people like to shortcut.
With me, one of the things I note at Bell is we have all these people that were mandated to go through the Six Sigma project and become green belts and come up with all these great black belt projects and everything within our company. And all these people get certified on these projects, and I'm talking black belts in particular. And the processes get approved, they go through, they start using them, and then they just die off. And it's kind of hard to implement or to improve the processes when everybody goes, well, we did it here, but what happened? You know, and that's what I get from most of my people.
Why'd they die off?
Change.
Is that right?
A lot of mine has to do because of the seniority of the people.
I was just gonna ask that, because I know a lot of people at Bell Helicopter.
And once
They are
again, you get in with that cultural change.
They are
Yep.
so hard about, I mean, they all say, well, we did it this way for 50 years, why do we have to change now?
Yeah.
We're gonna go wide and then deep, or do you say we go
Well,
deep and then?
I would think that you'd go wide and then you go deep into the different areas, because otherwise you're gonna probably miss some linkages, and that may be some of where the gap is, because if you're looking at it too individualistic rather than the overall flow,
Yeah.
because it all has to flow, whether
It
it's
all
a
has
Yeah,
sales
and you
cycle
get lost
or
in the deep.
whatever it is.
You get
Yeah.
lost in the deep and
then
you'll
you
forget
can
the
go
overall
down
objective.
into, once you have that overall flow or what you think it is, then you can go down into those individual areas a little bit deeper to further understand those.
Yeah, because that's gonna also determine maybe what area those processes belong, because the processes may not be in the correct areas.
Correct.